Periscope, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook friends. You're live with ChantalTV in Paris. It is time for an interview and I'm gonna see if I can find the commentary somewhere. I'm trying to find the comments. They disappeared. Where are the comments? Hello, hello. That's interesting. The comments disappeared. Welcome everybody. Well, I will find the comments back. I hear the little ticking. I hear it tick, but I just don't see the comments showing up. Where are you guys? The overlays. I hear tick, tick, tick. Everybody is saying hello and I can't find the comments. Oh my god, you guys. I have a little issue here. I try to find my comments and I hear them, but I can't see them. It goes tick, 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 tick. Guys, where are you? Let me just try. Oh, there you are. Oh, I found it. I found it. Hi. Bonjour, MB. Hi, Lily Day. Hi, Earl. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Stacy. Bruce. Oh, yes, Maurice. Hi. Yay. I found you guys. Cuckoo, cuckoo. So it works on Periscope and it works on YouTube. I'm so happy you guys are all here because at my last interview, I think that I had people blocked. Hi, Peter. I had people blocked and they couldn't comment, but now everybody can comment. We have Juan Lu, Atu Carlos Almeida, all Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. Your English is very bad. Well, mine too. Hello, Bruce. So that is very good. So I'm going to introduce you guys. I'm first going to say who she is and then I'm going to bring her in. Let me make sure that I have the buttons ready to bring her in. Yes, I have the buttons ready so I can bring her in. We are with 44 people already. Yes, we're live. Okay, my next guest. A Dutch Vietnamese fashion designer. Haute couture, pret-à-porter. She's a multi-talent and since a month as well making blouses and masks for essential workers in Paris. Let me introduce you Xuan Thu NGuyen. Wait, I don't have the sound yet. Yes, there she is.
Hi, Chantal. How are you?
I gave you the applause. I'm good too. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah? So my audience knows very little about you besides what I just told them. Yeah. So who are you and where are you from?
Well, let's make it short. Well, I'm Vietnamese, but I grew up in Holland, and now I'm living in Paris. So that's very short, but that's yeah.
Yeah, and you are a fashion designer in Paris?
Yes. Yeah.
So how did, what made you move to Paris? Like, was it for your fashion design and how many years ago?
Well, I am living in Paris now at the moment, I think 15 years already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a really long time. And my French is still very bad, I have to say.
Well, yeah, we're doing it in English. Two Dutch people speaking in English together. Wonderful.
Well, I moved to Paris after I graduated, and I was thinking to open a shop back then. The idea was to open a shop in Amsterdam, but back then, I mean, Amsterdam wasn't the most fashionable place to be. So I thought, okay, why not Paris? It's not that far, and if it doesn't work out, I just can move back to Holland. So, well, I'm still here.
There you are. So you moved 15 years ago to Paris. Is that also when you opened your brand?
Yeah, well, I already started in Amsterdam a year before. So, I mean, it's sort of the same time.
Oh, wow. So let's first go to your, we're going to come back to your brand like in a little bit, but how is your confinement, your lockdown going? How are you? Because I just saw your daughters, I believe, jumping in. How is it going?
Well, actually, for us, it's good. I think for me, it doesn't really change that much. I mean, I was already quite a lot inside. I mean, in the atelier. I think it's just actually more work because I have my work. So you still trying to be creative. I still go to the atelier and I have my kids. So cooking more, trying to do homework and trying to work. But I mean, will manage, and they're having fun. So I think that's the most important.
Yeah, I hear them. Hi! Hi! Hoe gaat het?
She's like, why suddenly are you speaking Dutch?
Why are you speaking Dutch? Well, you just
and she speaks English as well, and French, and Dutch.
She's very cute. Is she the oldest or the youngest?
Oh, this is the youngest.
Oh,
yeah.
So cute. Well, actually, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna play your fashion show. So let me be all supersonic. You can't see it, but
Okay.
I will eventually make it happen here. Trust. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my my software going. I was very well prepared before the broadcast. So we have crops and then we put an extra camera in. Does that work? Yes, it works. And now I push play. Oh my god. Yes, it's working. Oh, I feel fantastic. It works. We have a fashion show going on the side here. So Xuan Paris is a haute couture brand.
Yes.
That you started.
Official. You have to say couture, because I'm a membre invité.
Yeah.
So you have different levels. Just to explain very quickly. So I can't officially say I'm a haute couture brand, but a couture brand.
Okay, but what is exactly the difference between haute couture? I'm not sure if this works as I want it to work. Hold on. I'm just gonna put it on your Instagram. That's better. Voila. So why can you not? What is the difference then between haute and couture?
Well, it's not a difference. It's just more in levels. I mean, the brands like Chanel, Dior, they're haute couture. They're like member of the federation federation.
But it's
and I'm invited member. So you're a couture.
Yeah. So can you explain the audience or like our viewers what is exactly what is so special about couture? Because we know, like, you know, like pret-à-porter, so what I buy in the store, but what is exactly couture design?
Well, for me, couture is more about creation, about expression. So I'm not a traditional couture brand or house. So it's not like glittery, that kind of things. But for me, it really is about expressing my creativity in clothes. So for me, it's more about craft, details. Yeah.
So who is the consumer that purchase couture, like those pieces?
I mean, I think my clients are very, I have to say, very different, all very different. Sometimes you don't even expect it, but I think they see something that touches them or they have a connection with it. So I mean, it's difficult to say. It's really like, my clients are really, really different kind of people. But I think that makes it really interesting for me.
So but basically, like, because now I have to hop over to the mask and the blouses that you are making at the moment for the essential workers. How did that happen to jump from couture to making that? You know, like how do you?
Yeah.
Because you know, like there's many couture designers, and of course we hear Louis Vuitton is putting their ateliers to work, but they have 500,000 people working for them. You know, so it is quite easy to start to make masks. But I can imagine you're a smaller couture designer. Like how did you decide to do that?
Well, I actually was approached by my press office here in Paris. She's very connected, and next to her PR work, she works with Printemps Famille. So she helps the people there, and she approached me if I wanted to help. And I always if I can help, I'll help. So we started doing masks. And then through another association, they asked me, I think it was Association for Drug Center here in Paris. So they asked me if I wanted to make the surblouses. So we did. and then people just start calling you, and well, we do what we can. So I mean, now I actually ask the school of the kids where they go to if they wanted some masks, so I will donate to them as well. For me, I mean, for us, it's just, I mean, we have a little bit of time now, and I mean, why not? If we help people, it's good.
Yeah, exactly. And just to refer back to your, I'm just gonna pull back in the wait, let me just go back to your Instagram page, because there we can see that you also use masks in the couture show, and this was way before.
Oh yeah, well, they're much more fashionable.
I know, they're very fashionable.
Safety wise, I don't think it's going to help that much, but I think it's already, I mean, I think it's already out there, but it was in a different way. And I think masks as well sort of presents, or you're trying to hide something, or actually you're trying to show something at the same time, so to be someone else. So I think it's in the air.
You think mask? Oh, here I can see a really beautiful white mask with feathers. It nearly
Feathers,
looks like
yes.
it nearly looks like a flower. So this mask is not to hide, but it is to show something off, you think?
Yes, yeah, yeah. So I think it has two different, I mean, what you want to tell. I mean, it has two different stories. For me, it is, yeah.
Yeah, because also like oh, here, this is also a very beautiful mask. You can't see it because I can. It is the mask with all these beads and like some long things hanging down. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it's real hair. I mean, the mask is
Hair?
made.
It's
Well,
real hair.
it is hair. It's donate. Well, the mask is made by a French artist, Muriel Nice. So she's really, really great and super talented. And she makes actually the mask with like, or sometimes with things like plastic, so left over wasted products, and yeah, it's quite natural.
Yeah, no, it looks really nice. Oh, I see here another mask. This is from the 3rd of March. It's a bit like it is like coins hanging on the mask. It's like with all these threads. It's in movement. It looks very nice. Oh, it was in French magazine. Yeah, no, super, super interesting. Then, you know, guys, this is not the only thing. So she's making masks for essential workers, couture as an invité by the how do you call that?
Federation?
Yeah, the
Well,
federation, Chambre de Syndicat, yeah?
yes, yeah,
Yeah? The
yes,
official
right.
the official name.
It's a very long name, so we just shorten it.
Exactly. The Chambre de Syndicat. And then you also work with a brand, and you have to tell me exactly what you're doing with them. One off.
Yes.
So I will pull up the Instagram account of One of Paris as well. So here we go. So what is the thought, and what do you do for One Off?
Well, we started the brand last January, me and Renee, so we're like co-founders of it. And she's more based in Amsterdam, and I'm in Paris, so I'm more in charge of the creative part. And it started out of, I think, the feeling in the fashion industry, there's so much waste. And if you go to those factories, you know where all those waste goes to, you just want to do something. So, I mean, it was for me a great opportunity to work on something great like this.
Yeah, because basically what's One of, I'm just showing a jeans part. So
Yeah.
you buy it's very sustainable because you're buying old pieces.
Yes.
So old pieces from famous designers or brands. So you have Levi's, Burberry's, all those kind of brands. And
Yeah.
yeah, and you reconstruct that, if I'm right.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we take those pieces because, I mean, we take those brands and pieces because we find the quality is still good. So it's just, I mean, it's a pity that people throw it away. So what we do is just recreate and remake, retailor it in something that's more now and much more modern design, without actually losing the essential superficial details of the garment.
Sorry, I had to cough, and I have water. It's not the virus, guys. I just sorry, I just needed some water. Yeah, no, it's really amazing. So all these pieces are reconstructed. You have done Chanel jackets, Burberry coats, Levi's. What is one of your favorite brands to remake?
Well, I think all the brands we use I love, because that's why we use it. But I mean, I'm a big fan of the Ralph Lauren shirt, and of course Chanel, and the Burberry jacket, and the Yves Saint Laurent trench coat. So I mean, I think those are my favorite, and of course Levi's. I mean, you can do so much with jeans. So yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I have I'm getting some questions now. I'm just going to take this off the screen. So we're going back to the small pictures again. Let me see. So we have a question here from Zoya. She's actually an artist. And she was here before. I have to bring the question in. Hey, Chantal, question to Thu. What will be the biggest change in the fashion in the nearest future?
Well, yeah, that is a big question. I mean, everyone was already aware of what was wrong in the fashion industry, and I think with this situation, it's even more clear what's wrong with it. I mean, there's just too much overproduction. So, I mean, I always say, people are aware of it, but if it's going to be major changes, I don't know. I mean, at the end, we all talk about it, and I hope that it's going to change and that we will produce less, and what we produce is more, that you're more aware of it. But you never know at the end how it goes.
Yeah, because Zoya is actually asking another question, which was also on my list. She is asking, will fashion weeks still be going on, or will it be something new and different? And my question about that was like, will there be no more shows and no more seasons?
I think the shows stay, because I think people still, I mean, a fashion thing, the fashion show is sort of like, I think for the fashion people and even the people who watch it, it's a sort of like an outing. So you could say, okay, maybe let's do all digital, but it has not the same effect. You want to go there, you want to see, you want to smell, you want to experience. So I think at the end it will stay, maybe a little bit less, and maybe without, actually having seasons, or maybe with lesser rules to it. But I do think at the end it will stay.
Yeah. Are you actually
Less crowded? Yeah.
What did you say? Sorry, I missed that.
Less crowded.
Yeah, less crowded.
I mean, the fashion is so full. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I also think like people.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. People can travel less, so you can't do so many experiences. So in that whole way, it does need to change. Yeah. So Adam Yaffe is asking a question. Let me just. Oh, sorry, Adam. It's coming back. My computer's a bit slow. Would the fashion industry really lose revenue if it was all done online? People still want to spend their money? Question mark.
I don't think so. I think, I don't think it will lose that much. I think it's just people are more, how you call it, they know what they want more, so they're more specific what they want, and they buy, I hope they buy more the things that they need instead of just random articles or random items. But I mean, if it's less retail, I mean less shops, I don't think, at the end I think it will be online it won't have that much effect, I think.
Yeah, and like what I notice now, like just from personal experience, I really miss going to a clothing store, because you have the same. Like we are like locked down for nearly 2 months now, or like 50 days, And it's, of course, we can go grocery shopping, but that whole experience, and I always give Galeries Lafayette the Champs-Élysées just to go in there
Yeah.
and feel everything and
Yeah.
see the beauty and see the quality and have
Yeah.
that whole excitement of it that makes you even want to buy it more. Of course, I can order things online. If I want something, I can order it online, but it's just not the same. We still want to go out. So I hope this is going to come back soon.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam was saying, like, I meant as in fashion show stopping.
If it will stop.
Yeah, no, in fashion show stopping. Well, yeah, you can answer. You just basically answered that already, like about fashion shows.
I mean the French or the Paris Fashion Week. I mean for the men's and the haute couture that is coming in June, July. That is sort of cancelled. I mean it's not even delayed or anything. But I know the other ones, like in London, they are doing the digital version.
Yeah, and
I don't know, but I don't know. But for
well,
me as well, it doesn't for me as well. I mean, normally I would have my show in beginning of July. I mean, we are preparing something in a fun way, I hope. But I mean, for me, I'm happy with how that I don't need to show because it's first of all, it's not never been my greatest thing to do. I mean, I actually don't really like to do it. I like to make a collection. I like to present it, but shows is so much work and so much money. So for me, it's actually a good thing. So I get more time to try something else. But what was I saying? But I do think when people say they going to do a digital show, then I'm like, okay, does it make any sense to present a whole show? Because first of all, there's so much stuff that's still in the shops, and then you just keep continue making a whole collection. So I think it's too much.
yeah.
But that's the way how I see it. Or you just do something else or be more creative. But I think you need to sort of adjust a little bit as well.
Yeah, what my opinion is on all that, what I think is that the experience of a show, it will become more, it will more weave to get or woven or however you say that with other experiences. That could be like theater,
Yeah,
music,
I agree.
that it becomes like a proper event, which is also attractive for TV, for the internet, where people have still like that feeling of we want that, we want to be part of that, and it's
Yeah,
so it becomes even more a story instead of just girls going on a runway because
yeah,
that's not going to work on camera. I mean, for sure not.
yeah, yeah.
And I think that I was looking at one of those DJs in Miami, and he was performing, and you just saw the energy, and I was like, if you just put like fashion, you mix this with fashion, just like the old
Yeah,
Victoria's Secret shows, which were
yeah,
tacky, but in the end, it was the
yeah,
experience, and
yeah,
people were gonna buy that. So in my eyes, that will be coming back for the really big brands. So,
yeah.
and for the
I
small,
think you need to, yeah, I think the brands need to tell a story instead of just showing the clothes. I think that's more, I mean, people can relate to that much more. Yeah.
yeah, also what somebody was saying here, this is Panem style. Also, the attention span with digital is very, very different, which is true, of course,
Yeah.
because we are so used to Instagram and swipe, swipe, swipe,
Yeah.
swipe, you know. Okay, this is like a more general question from Peggy because I have also a lot of people not very familiar with the fashion industry. So she's saying, does best revenue come from fashion shows due to orders placed after a show, or will those with the ability to shop year round just continue to do so? So,
Sorry again?
like basically, like, are you getting the orders based on a show, or are your clients just ordering all year round?
Both. I mean, I have to say, for example, I just had a client contacting me during this confinement, and she saw a look that I made 8 years ago. I don't know where she found it. It was just like, I would like this. for my wedding dress. I'm like, that's interesting. So, I mean, that happens as well. And some clients, they see what they saw on the last show or maybe the show before. So, but for couture, it's slightly different. I mean, we don't really work in season, although you are in January and July, but it's not really season bounded.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
with couture for sure. But like when we talk one off, which is which is not couture,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
But
pret-à-porter.
yeah, one off is already not really season bounded as well, because for me, I don't really believe in season. For me, I always say there's always winter somewhere in the world, and there's always summer in the world at the same time. So I mean, we just make items that we think are classic and interesting, and I mean, I think that's the most important. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I believe in as well. Like even with my clothes, like in my wardrobe, I don't have a summer and a winter wardrobe. I have like everything
Yeah.
and whatever
I
fits.
wear the same dress in the winter or summer. I'll just,
Yeah.
if it's cold, I just put a pullover over it and like stockings or a scarf. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like Adam is coming up with another question here, or a saying, or whatever he says. There's predictions of the greatest economic slump to ever happen. Will this have a disastrous impact on the most premium brands, or will it only affect the mass consumer market?
I think it's the premium. I mean, the highest brand. I think there's not that much of a difference for them.
I
There's
think
so
so.
much. The clientele is so much different. So it's more about the mass production that has a huge impact on it. Yeah, will have a huge impact on.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like in the high end luxury, there will be no change, and people will maybe even spend more money because they really want to spend the money on something beautiful. It's
Yeah,
just in the cheap produced clothes where we're so aware now of
yeah,
we should stop ruining the world, so people will
yeah,
stop buying that. So there it will go
yeah.
totally slump. So a good question. Thank you, Adam. And thank you for the intelligent answer too.
Well, you too.
You too. Oh, with a little bit of vision there. Um, so maybe it's a weird question and maybe it's answered already. Are you working on a new collection at the moment to show that at a certain time? Like you were just mentioning some little
Well,
things.
normally I wouldn't. I mean, I can't say that much about because but I am working on for Swan on a new collection, but it's about 4 or 5 pieces, and the idea is more about the idea and what we have in stock. So instead of actually making new designs, which I think doesn't, I mean, there's no point. For me, it's more about what I have and what we as being creative, or the creativity, that's what we want to show and tell a story with it. So I'm thinking about making a little bit of film, or I mean something, well, you will see. So it's more about the story and about
Nice music.
yeah, and music. But I'll have my husband for that.
I know. Yeah.
And well, just what we have still in the atelier. And I think, I mean, with that, I mean, you can still make beautiful things. It doesn't need, you don't need to buy more and more stuff. I mean, let's just, I mean, use what we have for the moment. And
Exactly.
yeah.
Hey, and so one off is going, so that can be seen and ordered online and at big department stores. Where are you guys again in the UK? You are in the UK.
Yeah, it's Harvey Nichols.
Harvey Nichols, and in the USA?
In the USA, not yet. We're busy with that, and in Canada as well. So
Oh,
it's all
yeah.
upcoming.
Yeah.
We sell at Komokoso in Seoul.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And for, I mean, and we're still busy with the orders for Addict. I think Addict is in Korea as well. And then you have Shanghai. We're finishing
Oh,
up.
wow. Yeah, but it's guys, if you haven't, you should check out one off. It is super cool, and you all can afford that, so you can all go and buy that. For Xuan
Yes.
Couture, you need to make special orders. So make sure to check out the two. Like I will just show it again, the Instagram account. So that is Xuan Paris, and also in my YouTube description, I have put one-off and Xuan Paris. So you guys can all find that. And have you anything else to bring to this conversation? Some last words?
I don't know. We can talk for hours.
Yeah, I know. We can talk for hours.
Yeah.
Because we were gonna have coffee just like that, like not we can't. And look, we're doing the coffee here on the Skype.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah.
you have your tea. Yeah, but
No,
so
yeah.
yeah. No, so but it's really great to like
Well, thank you for having me.
yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for talking a little bit about it, and I hope to see you soon again, like that we can have a real
Yes.
coffee and that I can visit the atelier to see what you're
Yes.
doing. And I'm very curious what you're gonna do with the couture collection with the 4 or 5 pieces that you will be making. So that will be for July, yeah.
Yes, sort of. I mean, there's not really a date, so if I'm a week late, it will be okay too, I think.
Yeah, there is no list, eh? There's no like official
Yeah.
showing list, yeah. So Adam Yaffe is saying really interesting. Thank you. Panem Style saying thank you to very nice chat.
Thank you all.
Valerie Callow says thank you so much. So thank you there. Let me give you one round of applause. And yeah, and we see each other soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.